The real skill in relationship isn't controlling someone else's response. It's actually learning how to stay steady within yourself when someone else becomes reactive. Because when someone pulls away, the mind starts telling stories. Like we fill in information when we don't have the real information from them. They don't care. They're avoiding responsibility. They're rejecting me. I'm left alone. And sometimes those stories are true, but many times they're interpretations that are filling a gap where we don't have information. So if you can pause long enough to separate out what actually happened from the story that your mind created, something really powerful happens. That intensity, that emotional friction starts to settle. And when that emotional intensity settles, then conversation becomes possible. And you're only responsible for your side of this. You are not responsible for other people, right? Folks have said, well, I can't help it if other people. No, you can't. But what we're talking about here is what we can do when our circumstances impact us. So imagine a different response if we go back to that example in the workplace. So imagine instead of reacting defensively, the team member that received the feedback, if you will, pauses and says, can you tell me more about what felt rushed? Like super factual. And now the conversation has the highest chance of moving forward with clarity. And I'm not saying that's easy, but it's so useful. Or imagine the manager saying, I want you to know the ideas were strong. I'm wondering only if we can make the ending land more clearly, maybe by going slowly, right? So the sender can definitely do a lot to make sure that the message lands well, but not always. The person might still feel that they were not good enough because they were getting any kind of feedback. But in the scenario where the person says, can you tell me what was it that felt rushed exactly? Or if the manager says, I'm wondering if we can make the ending land more clearly or slowly, then the conversation becomes collaborative instead of defensive. That shift, it may seem small, but it changes everything.